The group tried to evade detection at one point, meeting in the basement of a shop that was only accessible through a trap door that was hidden under a rug.
Dude,
very cool. And you were talking about this like it wasn't like a movie. There's a trap door. There's an inside informant. Who was more right about this one?
And we're live. Oh, we were going to talk about that Michigan thing?
Yes, and so Michigan governor there was an attempted kidnapping. I want you guys to explain this to me as if I have no idea what's going on.
Would you like me to explain it, having no idea, or would you like Woody to explain it while having all the text in front of him?
I would like you to explain it initially, and Woody, let him get through it.
So I believe that there were like 6 to 8 right-wing militiamen who were going to kidnap what's probably, a female governor of a northern state, which might be Minnesota or Wisconsin, I don't know. And the FBI foiled that plot.
Kyle did great. The only change of substance is the female governors from Michigan and instead of Minnesota, but that's pretty much on target.
Points.
And did Kyle mention they wanted to start a civil war as well?
Of course they do. They always do. Right-wing militia. Let's go.
And they failed. So the
FBI
FBI
do it again.
When did the FBI catch them? Like, what were they in? Was it before anything had kicked off?
They were plotting.
It's funny you mention that because my Facebook feed is pro alt-wing kidnapping Michigan governors, surprisingly. They said, am I to read this correctly? They're blaming them for just conspiring to kidnap? That's it? They didn't actually kidnap her yet? What's the problem here?
Who among us has not conspired to kidnap a public figure?
I was just so one, conspiring to do this sort of thing is a charge that people go away for. Like that's a real thing.
It's called conspiracy.
But I want to be like, dude, imagine it was 6 Muslims who were planning to kidnap a governor and, start a war or whatever. Same energy. Right? Just because it's an alt-right militia group doesn't make it okay that, you want to cut them some slack.
Do they know what group of people did it? Or just some cell somewhere?
I don't remember a name. I don't know if I'm scanning the article now to see if they.
So some FBI guy infiltrated them like a spy, then blew the lid off the whole thing.
I seriously doubt that.
No, come on, man. That's a way cooler way to think about it.
There's no way that's what happened.
What do you mean there's no way that's what happened? They do that. They
don't do that.
Yes, they do. It's called going undercover. You've watched films.
I've watched action movies where that sort of thing happens.
Yeah,
I've watched action movies where giant robots try to take over the planet, too.
What does it not say before those movies? It does not say based on a true story.
No, it doesn't say that because it's called Transformers and it's a Michael Bay film.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about...
All right. Would you like to hear how it went down?
Yes. I would like to make up how it went down and to see if I'm correct.
Go.
I liked mine.
I bet these goofballs were conspiring about it online, and that came to the attention of some agency, federal agency, and then they just all got rounded up.
Kyle doesn't even need news. He's so good at predicting the news. So
damn it.
Let me read a bit to this. The FBI said in an affidavit that it had become aware people were discussing an overthrow of the government from social media postings in early 2020. In June, 2 of those ultimately charged met with more than a dozen others in Ohio to discuss creating a society that followed the U.S. Bill of Rights where they could be self-sufficient. Right? Creating their own little self-sufficient society, not American. In that meeting, the FBI alleged the group discussed both peaceful and violent tactics and ultimately decided they need to increase their numbers. One in the group, Adam Fox, then contacted the local militia group the FBI had already been monitoring with a confidential informant over concern that it was plotting to kill police officers. They and others continued to meet through June, including at a Second Amendment rally. There was a phone call where they talked of needing 200 men to storm the Capitol building and take hostages, including the governor. And they would try the governor for treason before the election in November. The group tried to evade detection at one point, meeting in the basement of a shop that was only accessible through a trap door that was hidden under a rug.
Dude, very cool. And you were talking about this like it wasn't like a movie. There's a trap door. There's an inside informant. Who was more right about this one?
All right, so that's a criminal informant. That is not an agent weaseling.
They wouldn't tell you if it was.
An informant nonetheless wore a wire and recorded them, according to the affidavit. So,
Fucking rat.
yeah, there was a rat involved, a snitch.
Dude, that is the dumbest, larpiest
widely
thing
known.
I've ever heard.
6ix9ine was in this group, and he snitched on that. No one likes rap jokes. Nah, fuck.
Took me a second. I don't know the rap community and
You
their
gotta
insight.
listen to
like-
Goomba, whatever.
Wait, but hold on. I want to talk about their
I don't
plan.
listen to that thing.
I want to talk about their plan. So they're going to storm the governor's mansion with 200 people
200
and then hold a trial. And just the government the whole time is going to be like, they had a good plan. Let them carry. Like that is
Imagine if that
The
went
government's
down.
going to be like, well, they are a group of law and order. At least they're trying her for treason.
You know what? This is just the most extreme version of pretending to be a wizard in the woods playing with foam swords. This is the most intense version of LARPing.
You could have said the same thing about George Washington and his merry band of insurgents as well.
Facts.
That's, you know what? I'm wrong.
I don't want to hear your anti-American propaganda, Taylor. All right.
I was just happy to hear that, as I anticipated, there was an FBI agent informant. We all know it was
There
an
was
FBI
not
agent.
an FBI agent
They
informant.
wouldn't
That is
tell
not
you.
what he said.
I
He
know,
said
of
there
course
was a
not.
CI, which is a fucking rat that they caught doing something else and forced to rat on his friends.
That's what they say to keep the guy safe for the next mission.
Oh, he's right. It did say CIA. I read confidential informant and translated it to, I don't know,
Yeah.
embedded
CI is
FBI.
We sent in our cunty intern.
CI is code for blackmailing a guy who got caught with half an ounce of marijuana. God, I wish I'd known something.
Oh, now I got to hang out with all these kooks. No, yeah, man, just 60 more of us, and we'll take down the governor's mansion. Are you going to get him before I have to go? I don't want to storm the governor's mansion. No, I'm still
We
parking.
need you to storm the mansion, Kyle. Are you sure I'm not going to get any more trouble over this? No. Do whatever you have to do. Well, all right.
You're dropping off your fellow militia members. You're like, $15 for parking. I'll go for free down the street. Don't wait up. Just
Your Honor, we thought he was on our side, and he armed all of them.
Can you imagine if that had happened and we were watching? That's the purest form of 2020. That's that. If there's a trial being held by militiamen of a sitting governor, being live streamed across the internet.
Can you imagine that?
Dude,
That would be the biggest
kangaroo
story
court
of
fucking
all time.
holy shit, that would have been cool.
That would be the biggest story of all time. For some cell somewhere to get in, storm the governor's mansion, and then hold some weird court where they wear what I imagine are scary movie masks the whole time.
You ever seen Escape from LA with Kurt Russell?
Oh, that
yes.
sounds so cool.
At the
Snake
end
Plissken,
of
right?
Snake Plissken. At the end of the movie, they sentence him to this execution / game that they have there, where you get on a basketball court, a full-size basketball court, and you have to make. I don't remember if it's 4 shots or 5 shots that you have to make, and a buzzer goes off every 10 seconds. And if the buzzer goes off before you can make your next shot, they shoot you. They're outside the court with guns. The thing is, you have to shoot from opposing goals.
Dude, that's retarded.
You have to make a layup and then run and quickly make a 3-pointer on the other side, and then run back, make another 3-pointer, and then run back and make another 3-pointer, essentially to get this done. Well, at the end of it, Snake gets to half court and or maybe even full court and sinks, and he did it for real without CGI. It's pretty crazy. Imagine if they did that to the governor of Minnesota.
It's way too hard of a challenge. If you had a prison of 2,000 guys and you started at 7 a.m., by noon you're gonna have no one.
It's
Nobody's
prison,
gonna-
Taylor. 1 in 5 can do that.
1 in 5. Are those the numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Because they're black.
It seems like I get it.
I know you do. It's just funnier if I keep.
But yeah.
You don't understand. Let me break this down. See, the ankles are the Achilles tendon of.
Oh,
Yeah, you do what was it? Something the
Bar.
Greek, Jimmy the Greek. Yeah.
We're gonna have a whole Jimmy the Greek moment where you two start
Guy in there, and he's just there by himself. Like, what? They are faster.
Where'd you guys go?